But Caedmon's Call, as it turns out, as a band, is very much like Hotel California, in that several of us over the years have tried to leave, but none of us totally successfully. We just keep coming back and do things. But that's what happens when you grow up with a group of people, and we started the band and went out and spent 10 years on the road. That was when we should have been in college. So it was like right out of high school we did that. And you know, and so you live your life with people, and they're like your family, and you love them, and you want to spend your time together, and you find reasons to make stuff together. And so we just keep finding reasons to hang out, and music seems to be the best reason we can come up with. And so we did a record last year. It was called Overdressed, and that record was not so good. But this year, we did another record together that was called Raising Up the Dead. It just came out pretty recently, and I can explain to you why it's much better. But I'm just really, really proud of this record, and I think that these guys are kind of in the middle of a season of a real creative renaissance, artistic renaissance. I mean, just so much energy, so much great creativity coming out of a group of people. Specifically, a couple of unexpected members of the band are just really in a great place right now, creatively. And they honored me by letting me produce this record, so I got to be the guy with the net trying to catch it all. And it was a real privilege. And so this record's pretty new still, Raising Up the Dead. You should keep your eye out for it. But I'm going to play a new song off that record for you, and then maybe I'll play an old song, and we'll balance it out. And then maybe like one more. And then we're going to take about 10 minutes or so, during which I would love for you to patronize all the good things that Exotic has to offer. And then we'll be back with Sandra McCracken. So, so let me do this, maybe one more Caedmon song, and I'll do one more. And so here's a song for you that's called God's Hometown. She spent her days never breaking her gaze on his face. She knew every lie. She whispered to him, but only to make him give chase. Worked every dime, and he was the one when it came to the sun that they saw. He showed them how. They called him Ernest, his wife called her mother-in-law. Asked her what now. Living in God's hometown, and I'm standing here in a wedding gown. Living in God's hometown. She stole all the clocks from the walls, charged for the time. But what could she do? She's just telling the truth after all, and that's not a crime. When Ernest comes knocking, she jumps in the closet and stays just out of sight. And it's there she confesses, surrounded by dread.